And that really was my aha moment where I went, wow, I didn't do anything, just made a lot of money. I've been investing for 20 years, started when I owned a network consulting company. We bought an office space. And at the time, I didn't have enough money to buy it myself. So I went to my dad and said, hey, would you go in on buying an office building 50-50? And he did. And then when we went to sell it 7 years later, the check that I wrote him back was a bit surprising because it had appreciated substantially, all while he was getting rent checks every single month. And so it was such a good financial investment for us. And that really was my aha moment where I went, wow, I didn't do anything, just made a lot of money, right? And so then following that, I've invested in many things as well. I've invested in industrial, office, single family, multifamily, even went through a fix and flip phase for a while. And that was a lot of work. It was good money, but it was a lot of work. At one point, we had 3 homes that we were flipping, and both me and my partner had full-time jobs and busy kid schedules. And so we look back at that time and we're like, how did we do it? But you get through every phase of life, and we got through that phase. And then once we had built up a nice pile of cash, we bought a 24-plex. And so that was a much better pace for us because we could just do buy and hold and not need to be working in the business on a daily basis. Once we had the 24-plex for a while, I was ready to buy another one, and my partner was more focused on the markets at the time. So I was like, okay, well, I can't buy one by myself. Like, I don't have enough cash to just buy a 24-plex right now. So that's where I leaned into capital raising, solving, how do we buy real estate without it all being your money? And so that was the first time I had done that. And it went great. I'm a CPA by nature. And I learned, one of my biggest learnings was that I'm a bit too conservative because we are blowing the projections out of the water, which is really good for the investors and for all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I did learn that I may have been too conservative, and that although it's good to be conservative because then you actually hit your projections, I was a little more conservative than I could have been.